What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Cowboys Nation? How y'all doing? Hey, we made it to the weekend, y'all. What's going on? I hope y'all off work. I hope y'all got a drink in your hand. I hope y'all are chilling. Look, welcome to Craven Cowboys. It's your girl Mickey. Look, I think we about 24 hours. Pretty much 24 hours till our first game of the 2023 season. And I'm just spiced up. And how y'all feeling today? Look, let's go ahead and welcome people up in the chat. What's going on, Nisi? What's going on, my girl? My girl first in the building. What's up? So good to see you guys. What's up? What's up, Chris Davis? How you doing? Good to see you in the building, fam. Good to see you. Hey, look, I'm hyped. I am so hyped, y'all. Like I said, we're about 24 hours out from the game, and I just can't wait. It's been good to see football. It was good to see that Thursday game. That was a great game. Definitely a great way to start the season. We saw the Lions just put it down. Like, I mean, we knew the Lions were, a team coming along last year. We saw the way Dan Campbell came in there and really just starting to slowly turn that culture, just kind of slowly, turning around. And we saw them show out, like, of course, against, Kansas City that didn't have Travis Kelce, didn't have, the huge defensive players. Chris Jones, of course, wasn't out there. Of course, we saw what happened, but it's just, definitely a great game we played. Hey, everyone still has to hit the field and play the game, whether or not you have your playmakers, correct? You know what I'm saying? So it's just a great way to start the season. What's up? Like, yeah, I'm definitely excited. Yeah, same as you, sis. I agree with you there. What's going on, Thomas Garrett? Good to see you in the house. Hey, what's up? Yeah, hey, how you doing? I hope you're doing well, fam. Good to see you. Thank everybody for your time. Like I said, welcome in. Like I said, I just was chilling, so I just, been kind of working on the show all week, so I just decided to come through real quick, of course, before tomorrow. There's a whole slate of games tomorrow, of course, for NFL football. And I'm sure a lot of people tune into the college games today. I just been kind of a little bit behind, so I haven't really been keeping up with those. But in time, y'all, in time. What's up, Jameson Taylor? Good to see you, fam. Glad you could join us. Good to see you. Good to see you. Like I said, I just want to come through right quick. Like I said, just one day out from the game, and just before we be able to see our, with our own eyes, our guys play out there. I just kind of, I was really just kind of going over some, the Giants game from last year, and just seeing what, and we actually played pretty well in that. Of course, we beat them, we swept them last year, and of course, just looking at, really just looking closely at that second game, with it being the most recent. Like, I think, I just kind of looked at it and we're just like, how can you improve upon a game that you already played well in? We ran decent against them. We passed well against them. Our tight end showed out. I believe it was Ferguson who had 2 touchdowns, or if it was Schultz, I can't remember. I know our tight ends had 2 touchdowns. We put up points on them. Was able to beat them once again. So I just, just kind of looking at that game, just kind of thinking of how, Mike McCarthy, Schottenheimer can come in and just kind of improve upon, what we already did well. So I just kind of want to take a look. We have, familiar faces coming back from this year. Just kind of just taking a look at, how we could, like I said, improve upon that game, and who could have a standout game. I guess familiar opponent. So, like I said, before we get started, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, make sure you put the notifications on so you guys know I'm going live. Just trying to grow the channel, little by little, just trying to get, my channel out there, just my voice out there, just, show you guys, just, what I can bring to the table as far as, just, Dallas Cowboys content. Oh, what's going on? My favorite in the building, Susie Swain, what's up? AKA Mr. Bad Influence. Shout out to the landlord from Alabama. But he said he on the way to the ABC store. And I know that's right. Look, before it's closed, because I think you said you on the East Coast. So I think they close at 9 o'clock around here, don't it? Unless they close out later. Because I know around here, you got to hit that store by 9, or if you late, you got to wait till what? I think Sundays is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah. Hope you make it, fam. Yeah. Set the room on fire. Yeah, we one day out, fam. We one day out. Oh, what's going on? Splenda Poppy Bella in the building, aka Joey Bella. What's up in the building? Good to see you, fam. Yeah, hey, I'm glad you could join us. Yeah, we almost there. We getting so close, y'all. We getting so close. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was good to see some football on TV already. And hey, like I said, we got a whole slate coming up tomorrow. Joey's still at work, almost done. Yeah, man. I hope you get off soon, fam. Like I said, I hope you get the put your feet up, get a drink in your hand, just chill, you know what I'm saying, and just vibe out on a Saturday, and then right before the first Sunday, a mini Sunday, NFL football. Like I said, it ain't gonna take too long. Like I said, I was just looking at some of the games last year, just thinking, how who could show out in this game. Like I said, we have familiar faces coming back, and of course we have some new faces, of course, too, on the roster. Hoping to make a name for themselves and show out this year. I just think, I just want to take a look at a few players who I think could and it's not just these particular players. I think of course the playmakers we have, CeeDee Lamb, Cook, Michael Gallup. That's just the wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? Of course we have Pollard. Like I mentioned earlier, Ferguson. Turned up last year again. So there's just so many weapons. That Mike McCarthy and Schottenheimer could bring to the table with. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really just a matter of picking picking who's going to show out week one, because just even with just the amount of weapons we have, you just have different packages, different games where you can feature different weapons, so no one feels left out or feel like they're not getting the ball. Because as we know, the ball can only touch so many hands in a 60-minute period. You know what I'm saying? So these players are going to have other weeks, to show out and show their talent. So, and we already know this team is pretty selfless. You know what I'm saying? In the locker room, they had that love for each other, that bond. So I'm sure it wouldn't be nothing to ask these players to, one week to kind of, not to pull back, that hey, we want to feature these players. This is the game plan. This is the team we're going up against. This is the defense. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have a different game plan, because I believe everyone knows that each week is different. Even if you're going up against a single opponent, that second game can be different. This first game is going to be different from last year, so it's never the same game twice. Never the same game twice. Okay, Joey says he'll be out at 7. Okay, yeah. Where you at? What? Because it's 7:20 over here. What part of the states you in, fam? Let me know. You probably on Texas time, or let me know where you at, fam, so I can be on the same page. Yeah, but anyway, hope you get off soon. I guess you get off in about 40 minutes. Yeah, like I said, we just have so many weapons that we can come to the table with for this game. So I just go ahead and jump right in with who I think could have a standout game, and who could really have a big impact early. And I don't know about y'all. I don't know if any guys listen to Future out there, but when I was making this show, I saw this slide. It kind of gave me like DS2 vibes. Y'all know that album cover if y'all familiar with it. I just say, I had to have it. You got some blue in there, what I'm saying, for the Cowboys. I just like the title page. Like I said, this is just a few players, not in particular, but who I think have a big game. If like I said, depending on the play calling. First off, I'm not really big on. I'm not big on defense, but like I said, I'm more of an offense girl. I pay a little bit more attention to the offense, but just me kind of paying a little bit more attention this year, personally, to the defense, and just learning more about how they operate and how they work. Just Damone Clark has just really been a standout player. Like he came in last year with the neck injury and just real tough break, but even having to go through that, what I'm saying, he still was able to come out with a pretty solid year, nearly 50 tackles. He had 2 forced fumbles, so just him being able to have that impact early, what I'm saying, even being sidelined for that amount of time is just really, I'm sure, impactful. Not just for the player, but for the team. They show that respect. So, and also just seeing how he's improving even more coming in this year. It's just they had a solid camp. You see how he operated in preseason. Granted, when Overshown was out there, that was just great seeing them. We just knew they were going to be, just a crazy duo this year. But unfortunately, we lost, Agent O for the year. So we know, hopefully, knock on wood, Clark can stay healthy, because we know that he just has a nose for the ball. He can move sideline to sideline. No problem. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, seeing his team, already, in preseason, already showing that he's, committed to the role of, sticking out the ball, trying to stop the play, not waiting, you know what I'm saying, for it to play out to see, what he can do. He's automatic. He's automatic to the ball. Okay, Joey says South Padre Island, Texas, Central Time. Okay, so you off for about a half an hour, fam. That's cool. That's good. Yeah, just hopefully I can get you through this half hour. It's about how long this show will probably be. So hopefully it go by quick for you. Yeah, like I said, so I just he's just really my first candidate who I think can have a a pretty decent, pretty a standout game. If you because we know that we know the Giants are coming with that run game, and like I said, we've seen in preseason how he was moving to the ball when the Seahawks were running. I'm saying he was just even when the Jags were running, he was making plays on the ball. Like we heard his name a lot in that preseason games, just all over the field. So just seeing, like I said, seeing how committed he is, I think. I mean, I'm sure that he's going to keep an eye, of course, on Daniel Jones. We know that he's done a lot more running, just in this past year alone with the addition of Kafka at OC and Brian Daboll just bringing in their play calling style. That they definitely utilized Daniel Jones's legs, even more. So you see his rush yards last year were, I believe, just a little bit over 700 yards. From the previous year, they were barely 300. I mean, so it's just seeing that much of a difference in the way they use their quarterback. We know before him, we know Eli wasn't a mobile quarterback. So, and even seeing Daniel Jones going from not that many rushing yards to seeing that jump in his, I believe, second or third year, however long he's been over there, that's going to be another element that they bring to the field. Jameson says his Braves are playing the Pirates. The Braves won last night, 2. That's great, fam. That's great. Hey, congratulations. Hopefully they win tonight too. I don't follow baseball, but I know it's my dad's team. So hey, go Braves. Yeah, like I was saying, Clark just being able to, just be that dominant that early. I just know that he's going to have, just the impact on that linebacker room. I know the linebacker room is a little bit, slim right now, but especially have Marcus Bell, for stepping up into that role, whenever, needs to be. But just seeing, the impact he's already having in that room, LVE, stepping his game up. We see Harper, having a solid camp, stepping up in preseason games as well, making tackles. Hopping on top of fumbles lost, you know what I mean? That's huge, and we need those in those big games. So I just think he's going to be able to, like I said, keep his eye on Daniel Jones. I got these numbers from Pat Noski Walker. Shout out to him. Just a very good article. Just I think it was an article specifically on defense. I think he has series he does called Science Lab, where he breaks down, in this particular article, he breaks down how the defense could improve even more on the game, as I mentioned from last year. And he provided these numbers. Daniel Jones' completion rate in 2022 was 54% and 60%, against us in both games respectively. So, when we put that pressure on him in the pocket and just making him, get rid of the ball, just or even, just start the ball. It's good to know that, whenever that pressure's on him and knowing that we can bring that pressure is going to impact, our game even more. Jamie says, I bet we can slap the shit out of the Giants tomorrow night. Shout out to Henny. Yeah, I bet we will too, Jameson. We can and we will. Yep, facts. Yeah, facts, Joey. We gonna give him another ass whooping, that's for sure. And so in 2022, Clark finished the year with. Actually, he finished that Giants game, the second Giants game, with 7 tackles, and 6 of those were actually solo tackles. So just really just giving a small position. There's nothing serious, but I think in this game, just with his improved play, I think he can have 9 to 10 tackles and really 8 solo tackles. I think he's really going to have a standout game where we see his team really show on the field. Next, not really a player in particular, but I think and I'm, like I said, looking on the game from last year, I think that this game's going to be featuring tight ends heavily, just like not necessarily players getting the ball, putting their hands on the ball, but we'll see a lot of, just in my opinion, I think we're going to see plenty of 12 and 13 personnel just for blocking. Of course, with the questions they have at O-line, both pretty much the Smith brothers kind of getting these injuries in practice that we of course dread for the first game of the year. But hey, these things happen. So next man up, and hopefully our depth guys will be able to step up and be able to keep that O-line solid. But, and of course we have these Ferguson, we got Schoonmaker coming in your shot. Hopefully their blocking has improved someone in the off season, hopefully, that we just gotta see these guys step up. And I mentioned like I said, the game from last year, they had to use the tight ends. Jake Ferguson was for 357 yards. Even Schultz, had 31 yards. And I just think in this game, and I think number one, the big difference between those two is that we know that Ferguson is just capable of being able to get those yards after contact, and really, like, as you guys see this picture, he's leaping over the safety there, like he's willing to do any and everything just to get the ball and get down the field. You know what I mean? So just him having that competitiveness, him just having that, really physicality. We see, wanting to get the ball, wanting to do spectacular things. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really good to see, just the addition of, him, stepping up, improving in the off season and the preseason. We saw, crazy, really good play. I believe in the Jags game where he high pointed the ball and just be able to come down with that, and just be solid. Continue to be solid, continue to step up, becoming a leader in the tight end room. I think it's gonna do wonders for his personal play and his confidence and things like that. So I think it's gonna do wonders for that tight end room. We see Shoemaker coming along. He's young and he's looking. All these young guys are coming in looking for someone, to get that advice from, to get that, experience, also get that experience for themselves, but also just looking at these veterans, see what they can offer to them. I think, Ferguson is going to be just that for the tight end room. And just, my third, just another player I think he can make an impact is Deuce Vaughn. Like I think me and Star talked about the other day on our show, just being able to get the run game going, getting Pollard going. You know what I mean? Just having an early impact of the run game. As they say, as Schottenheimer, was mentioning, being able to run the ball when they know you're going to run. Of course, we have, Pollard, Rico, running back too. I think he can, really break down that defense we see. Similar, to a power back. This phone we could probably use this last year. Just seeing some of the games, Pollard wasn't great at, kind of getting, of course, this our division, just those D lines are just really tough, really big bodies. I mean, of course, we go up against Leonard Williams, Dexter Lawrence. So just, that's not going to be great. Tony Pollard to go out there and just keep trying to, run against those lines. He can try to get to the outside, but we know they're going to have those linebackers trying to steal us in. So just being able to use, just some sneaky plays. You know what I mean? We saw him get plenty handoff in the preseason. We saw him, we could probably use him in, slants, maybe some comeback routes. Just getting in used to the speed of the game. We saw him doing, kick returns or punt returns in preseason. So just kind of getting, his endurance up. And, we already know he's ready to go. He's nothing really holding him back. Just getting used to those big bodies, those first team guys who can be out there, ready to, land on him, ready to hit him, and just because they were, in the words of Marvin Smith, I just want to hit somebody. You know what I mean? So I think if we get used, just incorporate it, just maybe some speed plays, even we just give him some handoffs, just to get him used to the speed, just getting him used to hitting those bodies, possibly those bodies in the middle. If he does run up the gut, or if he's able to get to the outside, see if he can, it would pretty much be a foot race between him and those linebackers. So it'll be interesting to see, just how Deuce is able to kind of, sweep those holes, just be able to, of course, use his feet. We saw him, doing spin moves and just crazy moves in the preseason. So I think he's going to be able to use that, to his advantage. We saw him, of course, in the first piece of the game, get 50 yards, a touchdown. We saw him get another touchdown against the Seahawks and the Jags. So like I said, just seeing our rookies just in general have a great impact. I'm saying on our team, and that just gives the veterans even more, even more confidence in their game when they know that the young guy behind them is stepping up. We see these veterans talk about the young guys all the time. We saw Zach Martin mention Steele, him getting his contract, but also mentioning that he's, pretty much the best lineman that they have. We also saw, I think, as I mentioned earlier, who just talking about Michael Gallup. Saying he was talking about he knows he has to have a good year because he knows Tolbert's coming along, Jalen Brooks. We saw him just explode in camp. So these young guys are really getting the respect, of the veterans who have been here a while and know that but they also they get that respect, but they also have the knowledge that these young guys are just willing to step up, and put their best foot forward, to just be able to help the team out, and that goes a long way. And this, as I mentioned earlier, just before we get out of here, just we saw. I mean, well, I don't know if you guys saw on Twitter. Once again, shout out to Pat Nosky Walker. He mentioned that Tyron and Tyler Smith both boarded the plane. To head to New York. So we're going to see just how they work out the game plan, whether they're going to play or not. Because we know Tyler was listed as doubtful. We know that Tyron was I think questionable, I believe. They're gonna both try to hopefully try to push through it. Hopefully not too much. I think nothing is worth risking this early in the season. It's just week one. Of course, we know our depth guys. Bass, Richards. They're potentially going to be out there. They were being looked at this practice. They also elevated Brock Hoffman, Chuma Edoga, of course, elevated as the same guard or tackle, just depending on of course, game plan and things like that. So it's just. Hopefully these guys are ready, hopefully they're ready to step up, early in the season. Like I said, these things happen, and unfortunately, these things did happen in practice. You can't wait till game time to try to be prepared. These things do happen because these guys are going to be physical in practice. You can't, even if you take it lightly. I believe Tyron's injury was, him being rolled up on someone else. So some of these things you can't help. So you have to be prepared with, the next guy. That's why I say next man up. Next guy has to be prepared because you never know when, if and when that situation is going to happen. But like I said, hopefully if I think that's going to just be the key to this game, that just how strong the offensive line is. That's how strong our game is going to be. Not sure if I am on the East Coast, so it did rain. It did kind of storm out here. We might see some rain tomorrow for the game. It is, I think, rain again. But we'll see. If they are able to sustain the run game or even still be able to get some passes off. I just think I think it's just going to be a game. I think of course these guys are ready to come out and play. Whether it's throwing or the run game, I think these guys are ready to come out and just put it all out on the field. Division rival, just ready to get it going. Whether it's rain or not, like I think it's going to be a really good game. But yeah, those just be like I said. I think this is really my main three players. So I think we're going to have a good standout game. Just not necessarily something to prove, but I just think that, like I said, depending on the play calling, whether McCarthy decides to improve upon, last year's game plan, like not getting rid of everything, some things. And like I said, as me mentioned, in our show earlier this week, we saw Dak checking into a lot of run plays in that game, so that that may be the case again this week or tomorrow. If the rain does play a factor in that, or if they just they just believe in their running back. If Rico is turning up the RB2, if Pollard is doing this thing, we could really ride out either way. Whether we're going to our wide receivers, or to our tight ends, or running back out the backfield. So I think it's we're gonna come out the gate. Just being explosive, just showing, really just showing the potential of the team. Not showing too much, not showing out just because, but just because I think we just have so much firepower. You see, Joey says, "I hope Richard shows out if he's put up to the plate." Yeah, I think so too. I mean, we definitely saw Awesome, do a really good job in preseason. Getting some, getting some snaps at tackle and guard. We did do a little bit better at tackle. We saw him, using his hand, using his power to stand firm, to back off of Greer, and then we saw him step up in that big play where Greer was able to get that first down, where he stepped up and got that block. I don't know if it was Greer getting the first down or if it was Rico coming up behind him, but he put up a hell of a block. So it's just seeing these, like I said, just seeing these guys already have the intensity to want to play, to want to put the best foot forward to contribute to this system. Like it's great. Like we just see we see them growing already, and I mentioned a few videos back. I was surprised to see Richard even really make the team, because like early on in camp, just going by what I saw, he was a little bit slower to come along as far as as far as the rest of the rookies, we saw, Vaughn being explosive. We saw Jalen Brooks, having a great camp. So for me, Richard just coming along a little bit slower, but sometimes these guys just thrive off just being, not saying just being thrown out there, but you have to have these reps in order to get better. So it's just like we did last year like the Cowboys did with Tyler Smith, putting him, at left tackle when Tyron went down. So just sometimes these guys, just being thrown in the fire, that's what builds up these, when Steele had his rookie year, more confidence in him to better his game. So seeing Richard being able to, even come along slowly at first, and then be able to up his reps, and be able to make it to the first team and to make the team, and potentially being able to show what he can do in week one. I'm sure that's doing, I'm sure that's doing a lot for his confidence, and I'm sure a lot for these other rookies that need the team that can potentially see the field in these early weeks. So yeah, like I said, that was pretty much it, guys. Before we get out of here, there's any standout players that you guys want to see, or any guys that you think will be featured heavily in this game? Like I said, I think it's gonna be really exciting to see how Mike McCarthy comes out here, and like we mentioned earlier this week, just finally be able to have his handprints on the team, being able to operate the way he wants. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be, like I said, I think it's going to come out and be explosive. Just being able to show the potential that this team has, and being true to it. You know what I'm saying, like I said, not showing out or not showing off or anything like that. But this team actually, they built the chemistry, they built the bond in the off season. Like the conference said, they put the work in. They feel like that. Like Dak said, it's finally time to put it against someone else. It's finally time to go up against an opponent that you want to take that I don't want to say anger, but take that physicality out on. You know what I'm saying? It's finally going to be able to go, especially a division opponent. So these guys are going to be fired up. See, Joey says Deuce, Gallup, and the O-line. Yeah, and it's interesting to say, because even in that Giants game last year, Gallup had a hell of a game. I think he had 5 catches. I forget the yardage, but he had great catches. I think 4 out of 5 catches he caught all hands, and not body catches or anything like that. So and even for that game last year, he was just coming back from that injury, finally getting into his groove, getting back that chemistry, with that coming back, after the 4 or 5 weeks earlier. So they're finally getting that chemistry. Like I said, you see Dak, in that game, settling in, calling, handing out of plays at the line of scrimmage, kind of taking it, kind of taking the game, under his arm, and just taking the game under his arm and running with it, really. So seeing him kind of take that command in that game, I think it's just, and we saw him calling the plays in the Raiders game. I just think it's going to show on the field that. We know that Dak is smart. We know that Dak obviously can, call the offense, run an offense on the field. And so now that the team is actually in his hands and he can operate the way he wants to, we see that McCarthy has put that trust in him. It's really, all bets are off. Like, I think we're just going to see I think we're just going to see this this entire offense just blossom, especially with the droughts that we had, since we lost Cooper. It's just. We just always felt like we never had that spark. I mean, of course, we always had CD, we had Gallup, and he was coming along, but just being able to see, possibly all of our, seeing it flourish on all levels. Like I said, we have playmakers at every level. You see our wide receiver room, you see our tight end room, you see our running back room. That it had, because even in the off season, we were all kind of, even me included, still just wanting to see. We were all waiting for camp. We had to see what we had before we could actually make a full judgment on what we thought of our running back room. And so being able to see how how solid it is, how these guys are coming out, and putting their stake in the game. Seeing how serious these guys are coming out at every level, every room. Of course, we know the defense. We talk about how serious they are. You know what I'm saying? So it's just. I think, like I said, I just think this team is going to be very explosive this year. Like both sides are going to be playing for each other. And like I said, it's going to be, Dan Quinn and Mike McCarthy both are going to be able to interact with each other, and just being able to talk about the game plan that they want to have. That's going to finally be able to mesh and finally have complete game plan that they can, follow and both agree on, talk to each other in the headset, meet at halftime, figure out what went wrong, what didn't go wrong, what went right. So, seeing that relationship, to grow even more, seeing the relationship between Dak and McCarthy, it's just, I think it's just going to be just a really good experience this year. Like I said, before we get out of here, like I said, before you guys leave, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, thank you guys for your time. Thank everybody in the chat for stopping by. And like I said, I hope you guys be able to chill this weekend. Hope you guys enjoy the games tomorrow. I'm definitely going to, try to enjoy the games, of course, leading up to, Sunday night football. That's going against the Giants' divisional rival. I think it's going to be a very good game. I hope you guys all enjoy. Like I said, thanks for joining me. Just this quick live, just talking, just chopping up right quick. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I hit you guys up later. Have a good one.